Hello again. So now we're going to be looking at a worksheet that you are all going to be getting to help fill out your story and organize your thoughts. I'm going to fill out a few of the boxes for you using my story, just giving you an example on what you're going to be doing when you get this worksheet. So first I'll write my name. Henry. And the directions say you are going to be writing your story about how your group added art into the community to help make it beautiful. Remember how important it is to use detail in your writing to help the reader understand it better. You can refer back to my example if you get stuck. At the bottom of the page, there is a student checklist. Please fill this out in order to make sure you did all the parts. So now we'll scroll down to the student checklist. It says, I told my story in order. I used the word first to describe my first event. I used the words then and next to describe my middle events. I used the word last to describe what happened last. I added important details to make it feel like the reader was there. I used descriptive words to help strengthen my writing, and I talked about my experience adding art into the community. So these are just some things to refer back to as you're doing this worksheet to make sure you're including everything that you need. Once you complete one, you can check it off like so. Okay, so scrolling back to the top, I'm going to show you how I would fill out this worksheet using my own story. So what I did for this project, for example, is let's say I decided to add art into the community by putting art into a nursing home to help the older people in our community stay positive and happier by looking at the art created by us every day. So I'm going to think about what happened first. So first, me and my group mates decided on what project we were going to be doing. So first, me and my group sat down and decided what art we wanted to add to the copy. Then maybe I'll add some more detail, like we thought it would be a great idea to add into nursing homes. I wrote, first me and my group sat down and decided what art we wanted to add into the community. We thought it would be a great idea to add art into nursing homes. Then, in the next box, it says next. In this box below, write what happened next. So I could write, I'll think back and think about what happened next. Next, we started brainstorming ideas on what kinds of art we wanted to include in the nursing home. So I could write, next, we started to work together and brainstorm what art we wanted to include in the nursing home. Okay, that's about what happened next. So then the next box says, then what happened? Also, looking back at the last box, remember that I put a period at the end of the sentence and a capital at the beginning. Don't forget to do that. So then I'll go to the next box and type what happened then, making sure that I use the word then to help have the flow of the story and make sure I'm telling the story in a sequence of events and in order. And I'll fill out the then box and I'll type then we started to create the art, or then we got the paint, or whatever you did next. And then you're going to keep filling out the boxes, saying what happened next in the timeline. Then last, this is the last box, says what happened last. You're going to want to finish out your story. Like, last we put the art into the nursing home and all the people thought that it was amazing. Or last we put it into the playground, if that's what you did, and it looked so beautiful. However you want to finish out your story. And then our next step, which we'll talk about next, is we're going to be editing it to make it more beautiful or better. So just going to close out this video. Then you're going to go to the worksheet on the next slide and you're going to fill this out yourself. We'll be circling around if you have any questions, and once you finish it, let one of us know and we'll read through it to make sure that you checked off all the parts in the student checklist.